everyone. If going to sleep feels like a frustrating nightmare for you, I promise you aren't the only one. Welcome to the Sleep Circle, where we talk about what actually helps for a better night's sleep. Science-backed tools, calming techniques, sleep gear, and real-life experiences. I'm Lacey, and today I'm going to talk about my top sleep number alternatives. I'm checking out 4 key competitors that I like the most, and I'll explain why. Now, if you're like me, when you think of a high-end smart bed, Sleep Number is probably one of the first things that come to mind. Whether you are dreaming of their tiny little sheet, the thing I will never forget, or you're just looking for different numbers for you and your spouse when it comes to firmness, they're pretty much a top contender. And for good reason, they've been around a long time. But if you want something more than just different sleep numbers on either side of your bed, they kind of fall short because that's their main bread and butter. So I'm going to look at 4 other contenders that I think are worth your money if you're looking for something other than just firmness adjustments. So my top option is going to be 8 Sleep. Now, the reason I recommend 8 Sleep is that they are the best when it comes to active temperature regulation. So yes, firmness is important, but for a lot of us, temperature regulation is even more important. Being able to keep your temperature not only different from the other side of the bed, but changed throughout the night in accordance with your personal temperature and the ambient temperature in the room. Now that to me is very nearly priceless. So this is going to be the best for people who deal with night sweats, women going through menopause, hot sleepers, athletes who have to deal with a lot of that extra body heat that comes in the middle of the night, and people who want data-driven tracking from their sleep system. So this system has an autopilot function, and that's going to track everything from literally head to toe. There are a lot of active systems here that you can invest in depending on how comprehensive you want your upgrade to be. Bear in mind, this system goes over and under your existing mattress. So it's not actually a different mattress. You get to keep the mattress you want, which in fact could mean you keep your sleep number if that's what you already have. But then you have the base that goes underneath, you have the cover that goes on top, you have the hub that connects it all together, and the option of the blankets and the pillows. Now this tracks heart rate variability, it tracks sleep staging, it tracks resting heart rate, respiratory rate, how often you snored, how often a partner snored, what the ambient temperature is in the room, what the noise is like in the room. All of these things are tracked just through this right here. You don't have to wear anything. You don't have to charge anything. This is all set up functionally to track that data. And more importantly, to track that data in a way that allows for active changes, right? This is not a passive system. It is an active system. One that helps with cooling for your bed and your side of the bed in particular. Now, Sleep Number has optional cooling layers, but they're all passive. 8 Sleep has the active system, these tiny little tubes that run through this system here in the bed, in the mattress cover, and they run water connected to the pod, constantly making adjustments as your body temperature changes and your sleep cycles change. Now, if you're looking for heavy duty support, you might be a larger couple, you might be a massive bodybuilder, you might just need that extra weight support. Solaire is going to be your option here. Now they have different firmness you can adjust based on these settings, right? You get this section, or this section. So you're kind of stuck in the middle of that 10 scale firmness, but you can choose one of 3 levels, which is nice. Now, this is best for heavier sleepers, people who like a traditional mattress without a lot of tech, and couples where there is a massive weight difference. Let's say one of you is around 300 pounds, one of you is only 100 pounds. You're going to need that extra support around the entirety of the bed. And this is where you're going to find it. So the reality check with this option is that the traditional air chamber beds can sometimes feel a little bouncy if you are heavier. But that can make sleep a very interesting experience, and it's not, I think, reason enough to discount this particular Sleep Number alternative. I like that they do have free setups, they do have options here for personalized comfort, breathability, basic layers here that you can see all work together to inhibit things like bacteria and mold growth, to promote cooler sleep, and give you a lot of support in the center third of the mattress. So if you are, let's say we're looking down at our bed, right? Head goes here, feet go here. That center area is where heavier sleepers need a lot of support. And that's essential for stomach sleepers as well. People who sleep on their stomach, people who are heavier, because you need that support in the hips, in the middle. So that's where this really outperforms. And it outperforms the Sleep Number because it uses those air chambers and these memory foam layers and that organic cotton pillow top that you see here, this number 1 section. You get 50 precise firmness zones, just like Sleep Number, but you also have that edge to edge support. So if you do sleep on your side, you're not going to fall off. You're not going to feel like you're going to fall off. A lot of heavy duty support here. Now, Bright Balance is another option that I think is a good Sleep Number contender, particularly for people with chronic pain, people who want to overcome restlessness. For the record, I'm people. Now, active pressure relief, individual zone control, and immersive relaxation. These are the 3 areas where Bright Balance really stands out. And that active pressure relief is one of the most important parts in my opinion. Now you can see here the way this works. You get constant balance. It is continually adjusting based on how you move, where you move, how you're sleeping. There are 100 intelligent motorized cushions that inflate or deflate based on your pressure, right? These little green things that you see here on the screen, they're constantly changing based on the pressure they receive, how you're turning over, how you're moving. If you are someone who likes to transition, sleeping on your side, sleeping on your back, maybe even sleeping on your stomach now and again, this is going to support you no matter which position you use. That definitely beats Sleep Number when it comes to that sort of active support. You get constant balance no matter what. You get that individual zone control based on your area of the bed. And then of course, that relaxation where you have that curated audio function. Now that's something that you can find with 8 Sleep as well. With 15 immersive relaxation experiences though, I think this takes the cake when it comes to that luxury relaxation. And then finally, rest. So this is best, I think, for athletes. If you are focused on not only keeping your budget down, but on athletic recovery, this is a really good alternative to Sleep Number. So with this option over here, you have medical grade pressure relief, right? That tends to be pretty expensive, but here it's not. It's not nearly as expensive as some of the other alternatives. You can see here, if I want this rest 5 zone with 5 adjustable body zones, head, shoulders, not knees and toes, unfortunately, but lumbar, hips, and legs, those sensors are going to cost, around $5,000 for a normal bed. If you want that dual split, it's gonna jump up a little bit more, especially for a king or a California king. That said, I really like that they do have that medical grade fabric. They do have those specific zones. You can see how they're broken up here. So obviously hips, legs, those are a little bit wider zones than the head and shoulders, which are each much smaller zones. But that medical grade sensor fabric does track where your body is. It constantly monitors skin and adjusts for firmness. Now, that said, it does not adjust for temperature, which is why I say 8 Sleep is definitely going to be that winner for active temperature adjustment and other adjustment. Bright Balance for chronic pain relief, and of course, Solaire for our heavier sleepers. So I hope that you were able to consider one of these alternatives as your Sleep Number alternative based on your personal needs. And remember that here at the Sleep Circle, we are all about better sleep one night at a time. Subscribe to the Sleep Circle and sweet dreams.